All right, well, welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show which does for comedy what Rod Stewart does for matrimony, featuring tonight the all-American Greg Proops, the half-Canadian Ryan Stiles, the all-American but British resident Chip Eston, and finally everybody's favourite homeboy, Tony Slattery. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eston. Okay, now... I don't know what you're doing with your hands there, Tony, but our first game we're playing tonight is called Film and Theatre Styles. This is for Chip and Tony, if you'd like to come down. I'm going to give them a little scene to improvise in just a moment. What we'd like is some films, some theatre styles that people could suggest in the studio audience here for them to break into as I buzz my buzzer. Anybody?
Amateur dramatics.
Amateur dramatics? I think that's what we're basically doing anyway, but... any others? Any more advanced ones? Sorry?
Black comedy.
Biblical epic, yes, that's good.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Melodrama.
Melodrama, I think that's quite enough. Any last one in...
Russ Mayer.
Russ Mayer, oh yes. Always a popular suggestion, Russ Mayer. And, really, isn't it? Anyway, let's... a bank hold-up, that's what I'd like you to do. You're improvising a bank hold-up, and away you go.
50s.
Give me your Italian loafers, I like them. And the money, that's right, I remember. How did you make that noise? I know you're nervous, but just give me the money and stop breaking wind.
Just don't shoot me, mister. Just don't shoot me.
OK, let's do a biblical epic.
Bow before the shoes before you. You're a young man, you shall have 15 sons and name them Seth.
This other commandment, the 15th, thou shalt always have odor eaters.
It's more of a guideline than a commandment.
Well, OK, let's do Shakespeare, Shakespearean.
Guidelines, my liege. You point your Italian at rogues at me, forsooth. A pretty little non-funny comedian you are. With a pointy hat. Money, doubloons and ducats now.
Speak thou to me a funny! Thou speakest to me in a language I does not understand.
What was that last word?
Well, you're halfway there already. Amateur dramatics.
Stay there! I want the money now.
Don't shoot!
Quick! Quick, the getaway car!
Western, end on Western.
Pretty fence and shooting.
Pretty fence and shooting? What kind of bank are you?
I don't know, you're behind the counter.
OK, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it. Yes. Why not? I'll give all the points to Chip on that one, because he's new to the game. Now let's do a game called Ryan... No, not a game called... Ryan and Greg will now play Film and Theatre Styles. I don't know what's going to be tonight. But first of all, some more theatre or film styles.
Disaster movie.
Disaster movie? Yes, thank you. Any more?
Science fiction.
Science fiction, yeah? Any more from...
Batman.
Batman and Robin, I heard eventually, and Tarzan. Oh, we haven't had Tarzan for a bit, have we? And,
No.
So, let's see, what are we going to do? You're two men stuck in a lift. Lift.
Elevator.
Oh, and an
Elevator.
elevator. Sorry, I meant to say cyborg. Anyway.
4 hours. Oh, sorry.
Tarzan.
4 hours in lift. Long time. Much smell. Bummer.
Yes, Tarzan, it is.
Me try open door.
Oh, you're so strong. You're so masculine. Open it, Tarzan, open it.
I'm trying if you'd shut up, chimp head.
Disaster movie.
Oh, my God.
The elevator! Quick, grab the cable!
Oh, it's the pipe. It's broken.
Oh,
Batman and Robin.
Batman, I'd like to tell you something.
Quick, Robin, onto the building.
Holy space work! Let's go through the window.
Science fiction.
It's incredible. My penis has grown to extreme heights. Here in the elevator. Quick, pry the door of the elevator open with my penis.
Okay, that'll do. That's yes, I'll give you a full 3 feet's worth of points there, 95 points. Now let's go on to a game called News Report. And this is going to feature Greg as a news reporter in the television studio, and Tony is going to be the expert with him. So if you'd like to sit on the stools and pretend you're at a TV studio, here in the TV studio. And Chip, you're out in the field, which is over on that other bit of carpet over there, and you'll be interviewing Ryan, who'll be any of the characters that crop up as the improvisation continues. So this is going to be a news programme, but it's be about a fairy tale. Can someone suggest a fairy tale like Little Red Riding Hood or Cinderella?
Snow White.
Snow White? Oh, Snow White's fine. So let's go ahead with that. Snow White, when the news music comes in, take it away.
Good evening. I'm packed nicely. We interrupt your regular broadcast to bring you this important emergency bulletin on Snow White. Snow White, she received a poison apple. A lot of things have gone down. I have a professor here with me who's an expert on Snow White, Professor Omar Weaselhead.
Well, it's interesting, very interesting you should use the word go down, because she's with 7 very small men.
Yes.
I don't know how that affects her relationship with Prince Charming. It might be worth finding out now.
Ah, yes. We're going out into the field right now. We have a field reporter out with a special report and a special guest. I'm going to throw it over to Chip Stunkley. Chip!
Packed, I can almost hear you, but I've got my fingers in my ear. I'm here with Prince Charming. Mr. Charming, you happen to spot these 7 men and this woman in this torrid love scene. Can you tell us anything about it?
Yes, I tried the slipper on all of them, and it didn't fit anyone.
And she's still sleeping. Back to you, Pact.
What about the evil, evil witch who's been trying to get Snow White? Briefly.
Bitch.
Yes. We're going to throw it back out into the field. I can hear something in my ear. I think it's Chip Stunkley. Chip.
Yes, Pact. I'm here now with a special witness to the whole thing. He's actually the 8th. Yes, we have found an 8th dwarf. It's gangly.
Gangly the mutant dwarf.
Gangly the mutant dwarf, you were there. You were shunned from the whole society and not allowed in the room. You seem pretty bitter about it.
Well, it's a steady diet of steroids she's got us on, quite frankly. I'm glad she ate the apple. I'm glad she's out, and quite confidently, a few of the dwarves have taken advantage of it, if you know what I mean.
A messy
She's not white,
scene.
Snow White anymore, let me tell you that.
Does not stand by any of these
Dwarfs
comments.
hanging in her, let me tell you right now.
Thank you, Chip.
Well, that's interesting. You see, new dwarves are appearing all the time. Apparently, there's Bonky, there's Smelly, and there's Colin Moynihan.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Until next time, when we bring you back for a special report on Hansel and Gretel and tooth decay. Good night.
Very good indeed, very good indeed. Thank you, very good. A lot of points there, 95. Now, let's do film dubbing. This is for Ryan and Greg. You'd like to come down where you can see the TV set, the monitor, and you've got to add a new soundtrack to this old piece of film from which the original soundtrack has been removed. Just do it about a man in a hurry when the film starts, which should be now.
Taxi! 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 Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you get on my...
Well, you're a strapping young lad, aren't you?
I sure am, mister. Jump aboard.
Tell me, have you ever...
Well, yeah, once, but it was never that.
No, what I'm saying is, you ever see a grown man naked? Have you? Tell me now, have you?
Well, not a grown man exactly. He was your brother, I think.
I'm sorry, my cigarette seems to have burnt your hand. Let me climb in this little sidecar you have here, and we can...
Sure. I want to...
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
Oh.
A little jump cut there. Okay, here we go.
Boy, I bet you love the feeling of throbbing metal between
watch
your
out.
legs, don't you? Hey, look out, watch where you're going there.
Sorry, I've never really driven before.
Oh, well, that's okay. Hey, look out. Hey, what's it? Hey, this is going to be...
Bye.
This better be half price.
Good morning.
Very good. I think that must be the... Honestly, Greg, that must be the best film dubbing we've ever done tonight. So let's move on. Loads of points. And now we go on to a game called Scenes from a Hat. This is for all 4 competitors. And what I've got here is a hat. And into the hat has been put lots of little suggestions made by the studio audience before we started the recording for little scenes they'd like to see done. And I'll buzz when I've got an idea of what you're doing. And we'll move on to the next one. A lot of points going on this one, so there. And now, the first suggestion is 2 flies on a date. 2 flies on a date. Animally one.
Would you, care for any more turd?
Breaking very bad news to the Emperor.
My lord, the flies have eaten all your turd.
Okay. Locked in the freezer.
4 hours.
Trampolining on the moon. Yes, very good. King and food taster. King and food taster.
Taster!
I'm the king taster.
Oh, sweet.
He's off.
Two practical joking grave diggers.
Here, boy.
I can read the first one. There's 2 lovers in a hot tub realising, and then the handwriting goes wobbly with excitement. There are 2 lovers in a hot tub realising something.
No, just noticed. We're both men, aren't we?
Okay, and let's end there. Excellent. Well, a complicated game that, and I'll have to take all of a break to work out the points. See you after that. Bye. And Dad, you're still with us, and we're cracking into another game called Props. First of all, Chip and Ryan, I'm going to give you this item. If you'd like to come down for that. You come up with as many different ways of using that in the time available. There's the other pairing of Tony and Greg. Could be Tony Gregg, the ex-England captain for this game, couldn't you? Right, now as you come with many different ways of using that in the time available. Starting with you, Chip. Away you go.
Let them eat cake!
Throw me a potato, we'll make really big chips!
With this magnet, I'll bring your car to you.
Now you are a real boy, Pinocchio.
Coach, the mouthpiece is just too big.
Oh, let's dance to those old sea shanties. Dance.
Boy, that plane was flying low, huh, Fred? Fred?
Welcome to the portable Easy Gin.
And pull and push and pull and push.
We've been on this island too long, Fred. We're going to spell out very much help is needed.
I'll beat you, Dr. Bannister.
Welcome to my igloo, Nanook.
point there. Thank you very much. Well done. Well done. Excellent, Dave. All right. A lot of points there. I'll work out who to give them to in a moment. Anyway, let's move on to Party Quirks. And this is a game that's going to feature Tony Slattery in his accustomed role as the host of the party. All the others will be guests of the party. To each of them has been allocated a strange way of behaving or a quirk, which they're discovering now as they're looking in envelopes in front of them. I'll bring you in with a doorbell noise. Are you ready, Tony, for all
Yes,
this?
I'm ready for my guest almost immediately, yes. Send them in.
Yes, wait for them to get round near the doorbell. Oh, there's one.
There's my first one. Hello, Chip, come on in. Are you Jacques Cousteau underwater?
Yes.
Greg, hello. Come on in.
Wow, look at this thing. Do you know this is attached to a wire that goes to the electrical system in your house, and that produces the bell noise when it strikes a striker up in the box?
No, come in. Have some cheesy snacks with pineapples on them.
Wow, they're on top of the CD. Look at this CD player.
Yeah.
Here. This is fantastic.
It is,
Look,
isn't
you
it?
push the little thing in here, and then the door comes out. This is called a snamming widget.
I'm going down the pub. You're too dull. With you in a moment, Mr. Know-All. No! Ryan, hello.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Oh, chips. I have to have a drink. They're making me into a bed tomorrow.
Have you been taking methyl dexamphetamine sulfate?
No, I can't do that. I'll rust.
Oh. We better spring off then.
All right.
Yes, friends, yes, friends. Lost us here.
I've just been in the kitchen, and I've attached the hose to the blender now. If you hold this end, and I push the button here, you'll see how the hamsters come shooting through. Look how the egg beater works. Whir, whir, whir.
Oh, you're I don't know.
Sorry, you fail for the 1st time to
sorry.
guess. He's just somebody who's obsessed with gadgets.
Oh,
So,
of course.
There,
Of
well
course.
done, Greg. I suppose. Well, 10 points each for the other three. I'm afraid you lose all the points you've got so far this evening for failing to get that one, Tony. Sorry. And you were 4th already by then. But anyway, now we come to a game called Helping Hands. This is for Tony and Ryan. Tony and Ryan will be improvising a scene, but to help Ryan, Greg will be providing him with his hands, as you'll see as he thrusts his arms into the appropriate place. I think that's the appropriate place. And the scene is, Tony, you're going to have breakfast with Ryan, as you could probably work out. And away you go.
hello, Ryan. Thanks for inviting me over.
Hey, how are ya? I'm a morning person. I have to get up with the dew.
Yes, never mind that. Just pour me a cup of tea.
Cup
would
of
you?
tea it is. Cup of tea it is, my friend. We'll put it in a bowl today. How's that? We'll give you lots of tea. There we go. There we go. I can't quite get enough. I'm gonna tilt it more. I'm gonna tilt it up. There's some tea. Enough? A little more? A little more?
Yes,
All
a
right,
little
let's just
more,
fill it up.
please.
Let's just fill it up. What
That's
the
right.
heck?
Oh, and some milk, thank you.
Milk too?
Yes.
Milk too already. Just grab that milk over here. How about some cereal?
Put some
Yeah,
cereal
let's put
in
some
it.
cereal in that sucker. You bet we will. Hey, what are Pops, Cocoa Puff.
Yes,
Cocoa
please.
Puff.
Yes. I'm quite hungry.
Nothing like tea and cereal, huh? You know, I like mine straight out of the bowl. I can't get enough. Sometimes I like to pick up the box and just eat it right out of the box. Thank you. Just eat it right out of the box. I can't get enough of that.
You know, I'm feeling terribly lazy today. Would you pick my nose for me?
Yes! Of course I will. Let's mix it in. Let's mix it in with the cereal and the tea.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Oh, have you read the story on the back page of that newspaper? Could you read it to me?
I have not.
I haven't got my glasses.
Take your cereal. Here's your cereal. Here. I'll read the paper, right? This paper here?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know which one you meant. The last page, huh? Look at that. Look at that.
What does it say?
It says...
I've got a dash for work, quick.
Oh, that's something, isn't it?
Just some toast and butter, quickly.
Toast
I've got
and
a
butter.
dash.
Toast and butter. Let's just get some toast here. Butter, you say?
Yes, please.
Just some sort of wisecrack? Put that in there.
No, you have that piece. You have that piece.
Alrighty. Can't get enough of it.
What was that brilliant tongue twister rhyme?
Did you catch the party? I love that. I love that.
Absolutely lovely.
You know, Tony,
What?
I'm awful glad you came over today. Awful glad, because I wanted you.
Have some cereal as well.
Alrighty. This cereal right up here. This cereal here. You bet I will.
What's in there? Thank you. Thank you. Right, that's it. Well, I'll give 2 points for every part of that which is within the boundaries of good taste. It gives you a score of -9, I think. So let's crack along with Hoedown. That's what you've been looking for, isn't it? This is for all 4 contributors, and they're going to be making up a hoedown, American-style hoedown, with the assistance of Richard Franch at the piano over there. So let's make it up about something, some everyday item. What would you like it about? Feeding the cat. Yes, it happens every day, I suppose, to people who own cats and who feed them every day. So let's feeding the cat hoedown. Why don't you take it away for us, Greg?
Sing it, Dad.
I'm gonna. Well, I'm a little kitty. You know my name is Tabby. My master feeds me too much. That's why my butt's so flabby. He put me on a diet. He tried to slim me down. He stuck me in the backyard and put me in the ground.
I always feed my kitty the way a master should. In fact, I feed all the kitties in the neighborhood. They look at me kind of strange, some are even bitter. I guess they figured out I'm feeding them kitty litter.
I love to feed my kitten. I feed him from the fridge. I feed him flies and rats and little tiny midges. The problem is I'm blind. I've got eyesight like a mole, so sometimes I try to stuff the food in the wrong hole.
I got a sad story, it really is a pity. I fed some bad poison, I fed it to my kitty. I put it in a bowl, I laid it on his plate, and now my kitty lost his life, he's got another 8. He's got another 8.
Okay, yeah. Got to the end of the hoedown there. And I'm afraid that's the end of the program, and it just remains for me to add up the points. And I see this week's winner is Chip Eston. So well done, Chip. Well done, Chip. Okay. The prize for winning is to read out the credits in a style of my choosing. Please can you do it in the style of an auctioneer. So it just remains for me to thank Greg Proops, Ryan Stiles, Chip Eston, Tony Slattery, Richard Franch at the piano, me, Clive Anderson, saying good night. Good night.
Line is it anyway, devised and compiled by Dan Parsons, Mac Lavin, Star, Clive, and Switch, Bessie, Ray, Crave, Tony Slattery, improv and music by Rich Brand, the title music by Philip O. Tired of hearing by Stephen, going once, going to try, going to 7, 2, 3, fix it, 4, 5, hey, Mick Collar, Paul, like Simon Wallace, everybody, just time I've sold a lady in the blue shirt right there, Gail Bearman, on Kathy Mary, what do I have for this lovely, it's a lovely thing, Mary Alice Shearer, Julia, Kristen Cheerman, Carolyn Fire, Jane Bigger, production coordinator, Karen Jackson, production assistant, Julianne Howard, production manager, Alison Neville, lighting director, Mike Sackler, hey, designer, Graham Story, director, Chris Baldwin, executive, Janissa Donahue, producer, Dan Patterson, sold!